Good morning, y'all. We're in an unfamiliar location with an unfamiliar car, going to do some cool things. So today, or I guess this whole weekend, I've been in Colorado. Came out here for a Red Rocks concert, and that was a blast. But now I have some time to myself, and I am going to be driving Pikes Peak today and taking you guys along. This is one of the roads that I've always wanted to drive, and I've been super excited to drive it. My absolute dream is to actually race in the hill climb one day. It's really expensive to do that, but one can hope, right? But yeah, we're out here in the Rockies. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Should shape up to be a pretty good climb up the mountain. It might be a little cloudy down there. I have like a 3-hour drive to get down there from where I'm staying. It's all back roads, so it should be beautiful. I'll probably record a little bit more before we get to the start line. But I know, well, one fun little fact is I actually went to Pikes Peak yesterday, or at least I went to the gate, and I didn't realize they closed the gate after a certain time. I got there, because I took back roads getting out there, I got there about an hour after they closed the gates. So I was a little upset, admittedly, but it was a fantastic drive and I saw a lot of cool things. So I think this route's a little bit different. However, it still should be really pretty. I'm officially on Pikes Peak. Just went through the gate. It's still pretty cloudy out here, but I'm super excited, and it's gonna be a long drive up there. Hopefully there's not too much traffic. There was quite a few people in front of me, but I'm gonna take a bit of a stop at, well, there's the 8,000 feet marker. I'm gonna take a stop at the start line and just take a moment to not necessarily prepare myself, but just hype myself up a bit. It is way steeper than I thought. Videos don't do it justice, even like on boards on the hill climb. I'm wanting to do a whole run up, hopefully uninterrupted. Probably will run into traffic. Don't know if they'll pull over. Currently stuck behind a camper or a bus or whatever the hell this thing is, but it's already really high up. This is literally outside of an airplane. This is the highest elevation I will ever be, or at least have ever been, because right now we're at 8. My Airbnb is at 9,100, I think, but this is 14,146, I believe. But we'll get up there. Already really pretty views. All right, we made it out to the start line. Just stopped in the parking lot here. Start line's right down there, but just a quick little overview. I'm just in an X3. Nothing too fancy, but way better than like a Corolla or something. It's just your standard small SUV BMW. It's nice. Drives like an NPC mobile, kind of, because it is, but the view is absolutely spectacular on the way down. I'll stop by the gym store there by the lake. It's really pretty. But we're at the start line. Literally right there. Running start. Let's do it. I'm so fucking excited. Oh shit, I gotta put it in sport mode. All right, now we're ready. Let's hit it. Somewhat standing start. And there's the start line right here. Usually this is flat out. Can't do that in this car. Usually it's flat out to about here. You usually dab the brakes a little bit, depending on what car you're driving. In Sebastian Loeb's 208 T16, it's a little dab on the brakes, and a little dab on the brakes here. There's your apex. Come back out. I'm gonna have to hit the brakes a bit more here than I want to. Once we get up to the second sector, I don't know the mountain that well, but first sector and third sector I know pretty well. There's a surprising amount of elevation in real life that I don't get from the sim. Because I've driven this on both Assetto Corsa as well as Dirt Rally. Dirt Rally was my first introduction to it on sim. And it's where I fell in love with this road. I mean, Sebastian Loeb's record-setting run in 2013, I believe. Granted, that was the year after they finished paving this, because I believe that was 2012 when they fully paved all the way up to the peak. So you could run a slick the entire time. That dramatically cut God, I always get this S's wrong. It dramatically cut the time needed because you could just carry so much more speed through the corners with the slicks. But yeah, that 2013 run, fuck, that was 12 years ago, was what got me interested into this road. Let's see if this truck pulls over. This is a corner I always fuck up. Second gear, switchback, first of many. It's an interesting interchange, usually a later apex, so you can have a faster run out here. Normally you don't want to go too wide on this corner, just because it's pretty quick, right? Two right-handers back to back. But God, we're finally doing it. Let's see if he pulls over here. He doesn't. So we're just gonna pass him. Sharp left-hander, not as sharp as the other one, but this is another good example of the last two corners we just did, but it doesn't have, it's more of a sweeping right-hander rather than two right-handers back to back. This whole section here is usually flat out up until this left-hander right here, and then it's a switchback. Went to that a little bit faster. Forgot I'm in an SUV and not my fit. Granted, it's really nice that I am in this thing because the fit would be really slow. Usually that corner is flat out there until you get to here, heavy braking zone, 2 downshifts. Like I said, I'm by no means a professional. I actually haven't driven this in sim in a long time. but the road's still up there. Now we got a second one. All-wheel drive really putting in work. Coming up on the end of Sector 1 now. I think this is actually the last corner. Yep. Sector 1 ends right here. Beginning of Sector 2 now. I always fuck up this corner up here. It's seemingly sharp. I think it's a 90 degree, but it's more like 120 degree. Got 8 miles to the peak now. So that was about 2.5. Oh, wrong gear. Second. Thank you. There's 11,000 feet right here. And now this is decreasing radius. You have one decreasing radius right-hander into almost immediately decreasing radius left-hander. These S's in through here are really fun when you don't have somebody in front of you. But there's really no pull-off, so I can't really fault him for that. If I'm not mistaken, Romain Dumas holds the record currently for Pikes Peak. Could have pulled off there, buddy. Yeah, here's the decreasing radius left-hander. Is that other one, that left-hander right after the decreasing radius right-hander, that was a just a really slow sweeping left-hander. Then you have to switch back into this decreasing radius. Got brake check up here, I do believe. Yep. Normally on race day, you'd stay on the left-hand side here to set you up for this right-hander. However, I can't do that because this isn't race day. Hey man, you're going almost 10 under here. Now I gotta start to be careful because this is where the snow comes in and the road could potentially be icy. We don't want another Evo situation on our hands. About halfway through Sector 2, I do believe. Maybe a little bit more than halfway. I'm really excited to get into Devil's Playground. That's the really technical section. It's really fun, but because it's at such a high elevation, we might have snow on the road up there. Decreasing radius left-hander. That one's really fun with high downforce because you can just send it around there. Usually this right-hander here is also flat in a well set up car. Now we're really climbing. You can't get the sense of sense of elevation change here, but it is a lot. I forget the average grade over this entire road, but it is crazy steep. This corner always fakes me out. It's a really fast left-hander. You can pretty much just drop one gear and keep it, but that right there, when you're taking the racing line, is a really interesting line. You typically get that wrong quite frequently. I understand people who aren't used to driving in mountain roads. I mean, if you're from Colorado, I sure hope you know how to drive on mountain roads, but when the conditions are clear and it's posted 25 and you're going quite under that, it really annoys me. But I also know this road really, really well, even though I've never technically driven it. Tire squeal there, and I believe this is the beginning of Sector 3. So still got a few switchbacks up until it flattens out towards the peak. That one always catches up to me really quick. Usually here it's like with aggressive pads in the right line, you can brake really late on these turns because the elevation helps you. I'm actually running out of breath talking because I'm not used to this elevation. There, I believe that's Evo Corner right there. That's also, yeah, that's where Ken Block, Larry Chin has the really famous picture of Ken Block in the unicorn. Right there at that corner. I believe that's Evo Corner. Yeah, right here would be a fantastic spot to watch the race. Ooh, I was not paying attention. I was looking to my left. This is another decreasing radius. You get caught out there. Usually not too fast through there though, so it's not that big of an issue. But this one up here, decreasing radius really fast with downforce, and it is scary when you go off the side because, as you can see, we're going to take it nice and slow through here. It's just a drop. You're going down at least 500 feet. Now this corner up here, usually I'd say maybe drop a gear, maybe two, depending on the setup and what car you're driving and the speed you're carrying. But it does start to get really bumpy up here. You'll notice if you watch interviews that a lot of the drivers say that the road conditions have gotten really poor over the years just because of the freeze-thaw cycle, that it's next to impossible to try to go for a record-setting run because it's so bumpy, and you need to run more suspension travel. Another decreasing radius here that catches me out often. not as scary of a drop, but you're just in a sea of rocks down there that can do immense damage, especially if you don't have a cage. It's very dangerous. There's another really good bump that unsettles the car. Now we're getting to the Devil's Playground up here. Another corner that catches me out. Yeah, this is Devil's Playground. This is where I wanted to go fast, but unfortunately not looking like it's gonna happen. Thank you, kind sir. Old Devil's Playground pull-off area. The end of Devil's Playground. Yeah, now it's really bumpy up here. These left-handers up here towards the top in Sector 3, very easy to catch you off guard. This is the second to last hairpin here. Oh, like that. I am in an SUV and I just caught air. The train tracks are right here for the tram that goes all the way up to Pikes Peak. All right. We're gonna take it slow because it's really bumpy and it's a sheer drop on the left. Don't get these bumps in the sim because either people have made mods or bigger companies that have laser scanned it years ago. So those bumps aren't there. And now we got the last left-hander, decreasing radius again. I feel like I'm saying that over and over and over, but it's true. Now to the finish line. Right there. We made it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the run up the mountain. I admittedly never thought I'd get emotional driving a road. I don't know how well the GoPro will pick it up because it's such a wide angle lens, but it's so beautiful. I had no idea this view was this pretty from up here. Oh my god. It's even more down over that way. It might go over there. I'm not sure if there's a really good viewing area. It's a dream come true. I'll definitely do a bit more slow driving going back down, save the brakes, pull off at a couple areas, and there's the tram. But yeah, we'll soak up the views on the way down, and on the way up I wanted to do the hill climb. Sorry for the wind. It's also like 23 degrees out here. It's pretty fucking cold. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. You already know I had to get some donuts while I was up here. But yeah, donuts at Pikes Peak. Name a better combo. I'm actually incredibly shocked of how difficult it is to breathe out here just like walking around. Granted, I'm used to like 800, 1,000 feet and not 14,000. But it is, man, this just makes me so happy. This is the official summit. We did it. And oh my God. The funny part too is I got up here not completely forgetting about the pressure change, and I opened my water bottle and it kind of exploded all over me in the car, but that's fine. Decided to come out here to the lake to take a little break. I'm headed to the Garden of the Gods after this. I don't think I'll record any yet. I'll probably actually end the video here just to keep it more driving, because the driving itself was really long. But if you like what you saw and want to see more, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.